Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to hopefully what's going to be a fantastic year this year. I've asked you to view this short video here first. It'll be the first of many that you watch, just kind of as an introduction, not only for yourselves, but also even for parents and guardians if they're curious. And here's some things. Oh, that Bentley guy, he's a weirdo. What is he doing with his class? He doesn't even teach. Yeah, in other words, really, this is just here to kind of clarify after this first day together. What do you mean we don't have a biology textbook? There are no class notes. There's no lectures. You know, Bentley. Well, what am I supposed to learn? What do you get paid for? Lazy teacher. Blah blah blah. So I just want to introduce a few main ideas in how we work here and how things will run. Give you a few suggestions. So sit back, relax. There's nothing you have to do for this video, but watch and listen and check it out. So, just to clarify really quickly is that a lot of students may feel initially, and you may feel the same way, is that after the first couple of days that, oh my gosh, I'm on my own, he doesn't do anything. And that's not the case here, because really what we do, I want to clarify, this is not just what we would call a flipped classroom. I'm not a big fan of catchphrases and oh, flipped, you do flipped. We actually do something kind of a blend, a mix, where it's kind of a flipped classroom, kind of an active learner engaged environment classroom. So I kind of steal a little bit of everyone's ideas and put them together in how we work here. So and really, ultimately, it's the opposite of what you're used to for a regular class. In a normal class, what we would do, you would have homework assigned and assignments and work to do at home. And when you're in class, you sit and listen to a teacher, blah, 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 lecture, 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 do sample math problems, and things of that nature in class. And you just sit and take notes. And I don't like that. I don't think it works. I think that maybe this way, students tend to generally be bored just sitting with a general lecturing in class and then going home and either don't do homework or they're confused and they don't get it, so what's the point? So instead we do it a little bit differently. Your only thing that you'll have to do at home is to quote unquote deal with the lecture. I've created a series of videos and I'll show you those in a moment. And your expectation is to watch the videos and take notes at home. And homework, assignments, labs, practice, activities, projects, everything that you would normally be expected to do outside of class, you actually do in class. And the best part is that when you're at home the normal way, you're all on your own. But this way, when you're trying to complete the work, the practice, and the skills that you might struggle with, I'm here to help you, and that's my job. So this is a little bit different. The only thing I'd ask, really the key here, you'll see in a second, is that you must come to class prepared. You just have to watch the assigned video and take good notes, and everything else will fall into place. As long as you're engaged and, as we set up here, an active learner, not just sitting there as a passive student, you're good to go. So really we're just using our class time to practice and to learn and to help each other. It's a great thing. And in the end, you'll see in just a moment, you'll have a unit or a problem that you're given actually first in the beginning, and you work backwards and try to gain skills to solve that problem. So, some of the basics. Essentially, like we said, let's start with the main idea of lecturing. There is no lecturing. Your best bet, what you'll do, is on YouTube and also on our webpage, I'll show you in a moment, you can find where I post all my videos. And there are two ways to do it. You can access them by unit, which is probably the best way to do it, via our webpage, our Fusion webpage. There are links to each that take you right to the YouTube videos. Or your other option is to go to YouTube and search in channels under Bio Bentley. This is the channel I post all the videos that I create in order by unit, and they're just me teaching you individually via a video. So it's really what you would have gotten in class in a normal method anyway, but you can work at your own pace. I'll show you in a moment. You can pause them. You can watch them anywhere in the car. It's great. So we'll show you the web page in just a moment. And all you have to do is watch the videos carefully. You'll see that essentially the software I use to record it, Screencast-O-Matic, does not allow me to make videos longer than 15 minutes. So I strive to, it's impossible to make them over 15 minutes, and I try to keep them about 10 to 12 minutes. So they're short and sweet. And the only thing you have to do, I'll show you in a moment, is fill out a note sheet. You'll bring that note sheet to class with you, keep it, and have questions. We'll discuss ideas and use the concepts you see in the video to practice and do things in class. So again, it's backwards. So let's take a quick look here at what you would need to be doing. So let's go ahead and open up YouTube just to show you quickly where the videos are. Again, you can search in here just Bio Bentley, one word or two words. It'll give you this channel, and you can subscribe to that. Fantastic every time you log in. And when you do log in, you'll see here are all the various videos that I've created with the topics, the video number for the unit. Here's one from, actually here's your very first video. They're jumbled and out of order, but video 1, What is Life? The very first installment. And all you do is open those puppies up and view them. It really works out quite well. So a couple of quick things and that you do want to do, and we'll try viewing a video, I'll show you in a second. It's crucial that you have to watch them before class, as we said, and you fill out note sheets, and those will be your notes, and you have to compose serious questions, and really one of two types. I'll give you some hints in a second. Either something that you don't understand you'd like to talk about in class, or you have a question on, and if you feel, even if you watch a video, that that's great, I got everything, I'm all set, fantastic, but you still need to have questions, and what I would ask is that they would be what if questions. Give you some examples of those in just a moment, of those ideas. So now just to show you a quick example of what the note sheets would actually look like. They're really basic. You can see here a standard, I mean, obviously is a blank sheet here. And what you would want to do with this is, here's where you just fill in your notes, take your ideas. Obviously, it does not have to stay all in one box. You can do more than 10 facts, but that's the main idea there. But down here is where you'd want to have your questions. You'd list them here. On what they might be, and just as an FYI, a heads up, we don't want the questions to be about me. What's your favorite color? They need to be about the content of the video. And again, as we said, something you don't understand, or if it's something, let's say we're watching a video on photosynthesis and you feel you get it, you really don't want to be afraid to ask what I'd like to call a what if question. Like for example, Bentley, what if I were to give a plant too much water? What would happen? Excellent kinds of questions, and then we would chat about them. Monitor your progress, make sure you've completed that, and I've given you some space to jot down some answers. These could be saved, and essentially I call it a note sheet because these are your notes. They're notes that you would take in class. So they work out really well for you. And that is a fantastic so if we go back then, I mean, asking obviously if you're doing that at home, what about in class? The class time is yours. As he said, you're an active learner. You're going to be engaged. You can go out of order. You can sort of work at your own pace, geared towards ultimately completing activities, dialogue, question and answers, completing labs, quizzes, tests, a lot of things you normally would have been doing in class anyway. But we don't, quote unquote, waste time making you sit in class and lecture or listen to a lecture. Very nice. But the key is you need to use your time wisely. I'm giving you the time. You do not waste time. It's very easy to fall behind in doing that. In fact, many students in the last couple of years employing this method found that they were able to work ahead of other students and actually finish and ultimately their culminating project early, which is great. So at the start of, to wrap up here, and we'll get more information on this tomorrow in class the next time we meet. At the beginning of each major unit, before you watch videos, you'll be given 3 crucial items. And it'll be some type of geared towards a problem or a prompt or a task. Something that I'm going to ask you in the beginning, something you won't be able to do, but after watching videos and completing labs and assignments, etc., you'll have the skills and the knowledge necessary to come up with a method or a solution to a certain problem. I'll give you an analytic rubric to show you how you'll be graded for those expectations, and ultimately you also need an activities list, guided in order of the things that you need to do to gain the knowledge in order to be able to do that. So let's take a look at what each one of these are really quickly, and we'll be good to go. So if we go down here to the bottom, begin by looking at quickly, and again, you'll get a copy of this. You'll always begin with this ugly guy here with some type of a problem. It'll give a description of that you'll read through, and I'll always have some type of a prompt here highlighted stating what your ultimate expectation is, what you'll have to do. Rather nice. The other aspect, we said that's your problem in your prompt. You'll also be given a rubric. Rubrics are key because this is telling you what your final product, what you have to produce in the end, the problem you have to solve, what you'll need to do, and how you'll be graded. And what we're going to see, again, we'll go over in class, is that the highlighted in yellow here, we'll go over the scoring. Actually, this is the equivalent of 4, 3, 2, or 1 for each criteria. But you're shooting to be a practitioner. You're shooting for this means that you know it well enough, you can complete these, and you'll get essentially what would boil down to about, again, we'll go over the grading in class, an 85. Expert would be even higher. You can get up to 100 points, and so on and so on. Mixing and matching the criteria. And perhaps most importantly is, how am I going to get there, Bentley? I'm on my own. This is your best friend. This is your activities list. It lists your videos, gives you descriptions of what you should be doing for each task. It lists the labs, give you a heads up on any of the major quizzes we'd be having. And notice that some of them are choice activities. You don't have to do all of them. Some of them are optional. As well. So this is a checklist for you, and also I will keep a copy of this sheet for each one of you. I'll plug your name in up here, and I'll sign off and check off and record grades and comments for myself to note your progress as well. So these are really, really nice. So in closing, I mean, we've looked at our examples, each of these objects here. Ultimately, to sum up, it's up to you. You're an active learner. You've got to be active here. You've got to be able to complete tasks at your own pace, but you have a lot of flexibility. I'm not going to be a dictator here and try and tell you what you have to do in exact order. You're in the driver's seat. You're in control, which is different from most other classes. Like I said, I'm here just to guide you. I'm just the GPS. And ultimately, one of your best friends this year, as we said, our class fusion page. I just want to end by showing you that, and we'll be good. So really quickly, going to our Access Our Fusion page, we can go to our main Westerly web page to access this. Go down to the Westerly High School page here. And over on the side, you'll find class pages. If we click on that, obviously, best classes here, science department. Open that up, and that drop-down box will list all of the science teachers, all of the classes. Now I'm just going to pick arbitrarily Mr. Bentley, Biology period CP period 2. And on the class webpage, you'll find I'll put announcements, hints, files where you'll find blank templates for note sheets, files in which for Unit 1 you'll find copies. Let's say you lose your hard copy. Here are copies of handouts that you get in class that you would need, which is really nice. But most importantly, if you're looking for links to the videos, if you're having trouble accessing or finding them on YouTube, they're right in here. Drop down boxes, and they go right in order. Clicking on them, they'll take you to the links for the videos. And again, the best thing about the videos, you can pause them, you can rewind. It's like having your own personal Bentley on your tablet, on your computer, on your smartphone. Kind of creepy, but kind of freaking awesome too. So again, in closing here, I wish you the best of luck. We said your best friend is going to be your fusion page. I want you guys to have fun. You're going to learn biology. Absolutely. Have fun. Not too much fun. And obviously all biology all the time.